Hi there and welcome to another episode of Andy Robinson RC, and cheers for joining us on the channel today and checking this video out. Right, so majorly super excited by this. I have got here two 1988 Marui Shogun 4x4 buggies, or four-wheel drive buggies. How cool is that? Right, how this came about was I was just going through Messenger, my messages on Messenger. I noticed I had a few that I'd not seen. Sometimes it's not in your list of people you know, per se, that it doesn't always sort of show up properly. So I clicked on it and there was a few messages. Some of it was absolute nonsense. And then there was some messages about the car club that I run, and there were some messages about the YouTube channel. Now, one of these messages was off a fella called Stephen, who was getting in touch to say that he had two Marui Shoguns that he had no use for, and he'd like to donate them to the channel. Now, this message came through back in August, so I'd way thought I'd missed my chance here. So I messaged Stephen back and said, apologies for not seeing this message before. I'm very interested if you still have them, the buggies. If not, I completely understand. I'll have missed my shot or whichever, and you'll have moved them on. That's totally fine. Anyway, Steve got back in touch with me and said, no, the buggies are still here up in storage. If you want them, they are yours. I'm pretty sure I did. I even offered to pay for postage on it, and he said no. So I was super grateful to Stephen to donating not one but two Marui Shoguns to the channel. Absolutely blew my mind. So if you're watching this, Stephen, thank you so much. It is really appreciated. I can't believe it. But also, what I did after speaking to Stephen a few times, I did say I would plug his local RC club, which is a DMS model car club, or DMS radio controlled car club. This is based in the Watford area, and he said they had been struggling a little bit for numbers recently after COVID. Now, this isn't just down to this. Just happened just to one club. This has happened to a few clubs around the UK. So he said, would I give the club a mention, and hopefully it may remind people that the club is still running, or if people have forgotten about it or they used to go, that they are still running, and they obviously want to keep the car club going. So please go and support DMS Racing Club if you are within that area. So yeah, what there is, you can find a link for the club's Facebook page or website. I shall put that into the description of this video. But yeah, so thanks, Steve. I really appreciate your generous donation to the channel. It means a lot. I can't even really put it into words. So here we go. We've got, say, two 1988 Marui Shoguns, and the one here. This one is in, it's probably out of the two of them, the one in the best condition and probably the most complete and original. And then we've got this one here, which doesn't quite have a box art body, and it's got the wrong wheels and tyres. They look like they're off an Ansman of some sort, I don't know. Anyway, that isn't really a big problem. The idea is to make one nice Shogun out the two, and then I probably keep the other one for spares, or I don't know what's going to happen with the other one per se as such, but the idea is to make one really nice one, and then we've got one as spares. So we've got this one here. This is the best one out of the two. It's got original tyres. I'm going to put this one out just there for a sec. I'll tip that up for you can see it. It's got original box art body and decals, so I believe And it's got the original wheels and tyres. The tyres feel incredibly good, actually, considering this is from 1988. So yeah, wheels and tyres all feel nice. They're in good nick. Say body shell. Obviously, this has been used. Now it's either been used or raced at some point. Now it isn't mint condition, and it does need a bit of a clean up. But I tell you what, it's in really good condition considering. It's ace. I mean, to get one in mint is super rare, but to get one in even in this condition is rare. You know, you'll come across these, and its sister car, the Marui Ninja, and have usually had, let's say, a good working life. But yeah, absolutely great. It's got the driver figures in both as well. I'll just whip the shell off this one. Now, I'll say this one is the one I'm going to make into the one I'm going to like restore as such. So the body's there. We've got the proper driver figure there. I'm just going to clean that up. Cool. Now, I did dust off that body, and I did give the car a bit of a dust off. And it's great. It really is. What I'm going to do is, the drivetrain on it feels brilliant. You know, feels absolutely great. So that's cool. And I say, I've not come across any damage anywhere on it. What I will be doing though is, because I'm going to be running this 100%, I will put an electric speed control in for the purposes of running this. No, we don't want to get this damaged. So I'm going to go through it. I'm going to redo all the shocks, clean them up, get some fresh oil in, check all the turnbuckles and everything, make sure it's all running fine, clean it up, and we're going to get this running 100%. So that is my plan. Now, if you've not seen there's the Ninja, which is the sister car. This was Marui's last release out of all the RC cars they did, which is in 1988. Now, the Marui Ninja was before this one. It is essentially the same vehicle, except your shocks are in different locations and they're a different colour. These are more like these are yellow. The Ninjas are red. I say generally the shocks mount on the Shogun on here, on like the C hub. Now they've been mounted on the wishbone here, but we'll probably put it back how it should be. So we'll do that. Chassis is like a grey colour where the Ninja is black, and the shock towers front and rear are different on the Shogun to the Ninja as well. Now, I was a bit Glenn over at RC Legends has had a Shogun on the channel the last month or so, and I did watch his videos on it. Now, like Glenn, I actually prefer the short bumper rather than the long bumper. I think it does look better, personally, with the short bumper on. So, I'm sorry, Glenn, I am going to nick your idea, and I'm going to change it to the shorter bumper, just for aesthetics, really. But yeah, it's ace. I can't believe it's so cool. You know, I mean, I did have the Marui Big Bear on the channel a month or so back. Now, if you've not seen that one, I'll link in the description to that video as well. And that was almost came across that one completely by accident. And what I really wanted was a Marui buggy, because I prefer buggies. Now, I had been tentatively looking for a Marui Hunter, which I thought might be able to afford one of them. But yeah, so when this came across, I couldn't believe my luck. I couldn't believe it. So again, Steve, thank you. So yeah, so that's the one we're going to work on. It's got its driver figure, proper driver figure. I say it's the most complete and probably out of the two, the one in best condition. Now they also came with all the radio gear in and the handsets. Now I've got the handsets downstairs, not with me, but they all. Now I haven't tested them. I don't see why any of them won't work, but they all came complete with electronics, which is cool. Now let's just have a quick look at this one. This one isn't quite done in box art. It has a bit of the silver there, but it's been missed out there. Probably because, to be honest, a lot of these were just painted black. Probably easier to do that than put the silver on. Now this has been painted silver inside as well, so someone's masked all that off. And done a pretty good job really as well, because I don't imagine that was too easy to do. Probably better than I could have done anyway. So that's the shell off that one. And as I say, we've got a driver figure now, and that looks more like it's a Tamiya figure, that one. But obviously they've used it now, but that's the a Tamiya figure, I think. Looking at that, well, certainly got a Tamiya head on it. Right, and again, pick that up there, you can see that is the chassis for this one. Again, it all looks complete. Yeah, doesn't look anything missing. The roll bars are all there, and all looks complete, which is cool. Again, I think this one's probably had a bit more use as well. But again, you know, it's all there. Now, it hasn't got obviously the original wheels and tyres, which are quite difficult to come across, but it's all there. So, I mean, and as I say, to have two of them is just mind-blowing. Absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, so next time you see the Shogun on the channel, it should be all finished, all cleaned up, and we'll get this out and running for you. So, yeah. Right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll say. Two very cool buggies. Super excited about these. Cannot wait. Yeah, so cheers for checking this video out. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the like and notification bell. And also come find us on Instagram and Facebook under Andy Robinson RC. Right, I'm going to go because I've got some work to do. Again, cheers. Take care. Look after yourselves. And we'll see you all soon. See you later.